Good morning. Today, October 5th, 2020. On a 60-acre client property. It's got a little field out front. It's an excellent property. And we had this logged off. You can see behind me, I think about 30 acres of it. This back half, heavily thinned, well, some of it was clear cut because we had aspen. You have to clear cut aspen to get the regeneration. This was done last summer, so this is a year old. And we come in and I'll put a split screen, or not a split screen, but a quick picture of some islands that I flagged off before we logged. So those islands, the loggers didn't touch. So I'm going to go in today, and yes, I know it's hunting season. If you want an explanation, you can email me. But we're going to go into those islands today and create some potholes, bedding areas, if you will. All right, I'm standing on the edge of one of the islands bedding islands that I taped off, flagged off before logging. It's obviously a lot different, landscape after it's logged. You can see a long ways and stuff. So this is first time seeing it, and I'm just trying to figure this out of what I'm going to do. Now, how did I pick this area? Why I picked this area is, I think, I just wanted to get some different. I used the GPS. I wanted to get higher, flatter ground. But it also kind of picks itself because I'm picking trees that I can hinge cut or cut easier. First of all, you got to have them, and you got to have multiple options. So I also want to leave some scrape and rub trees in here as well. So here is one of my ribbons, and there's one behind you. This is on a maple, and you can see it's a 6 to 8 inch maple. I can hinge this, and I'll do a little thing here. So that one's also about an 8 inch maple. But as I curve here, you can see in the background, you see a lot of 3, 4 inch maples, multiple stems in through here. And that is why I picked more or less this area. And it was flat. And it's proportionate with the other islands that I picked around here. Now it already has some logs along the ground that deer like to bed in. They're probably already bedding here anyway. But I just kind of want to make a specific bedding area and some place for them to hide in, big enough for them to hide in. These are about a 1/4 acre in size. So if they do have predator coming after them, whether it be human or something else, maybe they can sneak in here and feel safe, or hang out during the day in here and feel safe. So that's kind of why I picked this area. Some of the areas are smaller, some of the areas are bigger, but you just gotta try to find a spot that they'll use. Okay, over my shoulder, when we're doing this with the forester, we're going off landowners' goals and objectives, along with forester goals and objectives, and along with a deer consultant, my goals and objectives, ultimately all off of, again, the owner's goals and objectives. So right over here is the field. See that bright spot? That's a cornfield 40 yards away. So we did a 30 to 40 yard buffer here. We didn't touch no trees. You can see the line right behind me. Shade. sun. So this goes completely along the edge of the field. And this will be a buffer. This will act as a buffer. So this will be thicker over here, eventually grow up, be thicker. This will stay as it is. We might come in here and do some specialty cutting. Our goal is to have the deer kind of hanging out in here anyway, so we can hunt them kind of, this is the area to hunt, if you will, and they'll be coming from the bedding areas through here to the field, to the feeding areas at night. So this will be deer usage, but we have to figure out how they're going to use it. They're good deer going, the does especially want to be kind of closer to the food anyway. So this is how we did this. We did the buffer here, and we did a buffer along the road as well.
Telling us with the fever going up and down, giving him the remdesivir, I guess, when he got to Walter.
All right, here's some of the work I've got done so far. Tree gonna go. I haven't been over there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and see that little 4-inch maple that's sideways? Yeah, that one. That happens a lot when you're trying to cut and keep these hinge cuts connected, especially with a maple like that. A lot of times, even if you pull them or whatnot, they'll snap off, and you just kind of let them go and move on to another section and watch over there and see if it's gonna fall, this and that. So got a pretty good start on this one island. Be back tomorrow and start fine-tuning, making beds. This is very, very time consuming, especially by myself. I don't think it's gonna come crashing down. I just say that. Alright. I think it broke off. Alright. After a couple days of work, it's hard to see here. Standing on top of my tractor, but maybe you can zoom in and see. Got quite a few hiding spots in there. And it's time to move on to the next one.